Hello everyone, my name is Alise from knowthyselfandheal.com, and I am here to talk about Mercury square Uranus and how this relates to a crisis in consciousness. Today is February 25th, 2022. And if you don't already know, Mercury was retrograde. It went retrograde at 10 degrees of Aquarius on January 14th of 2022. And it went direct at 24 degrees of Capricorn, February 4th of 2022. And on February 24th, yesterday, Mercury just came out of post-shadow phase, meaning that it's finished up traversing the degrees of the sky that it traveled through while it was retrograde. So this completes the Mercury retrograde cycle once it's passed out of post-shadow phase. And it's interesting that Mercury, right as it completes the cycle with the post-shadow phase, it immediately squares Uranus and Taurus. And this is actually what's called a last quarter square. And Jeff Green talks about this as being a crisis in consciousness. And so what does this mean, crisis in consciousness? What this crisis is really about what we've just experienced in our past versus where we're going in our future. And when we're talking about Mercury and Uranus, this is really going to be about our perceptions, our communications, our thoughts, our ideas about our past, and our values, because Uranus is in Taurus. So our past values, and then where it is that we need to decondition from our past in regards to our perceptions, thoughts, and even values in order to move forward in building our future. And so because this is Mercury and Uranus and Taurus, this is very much about our perceptions about our past, our perceptions that we held in the past, that related to maybe values we had in the past that are no longer resonant for us, and maybe even relationship to needs that have now been updated as Uranus has been in Taurus, and as we have moved through up to now, recognizing that our needs and our values have changed, and so we have to change the way in which we perceive our reality, in which we communicate and even think about ourselves, our needs, our values, and how we're moving forward. And so this is the crisis, because it is really this crisis in consciousness in regards to deconditioning. We have to decondition from the past, which isn't always easy, because those conditionings were set in place in the past to create our reality, but now our reality is changing and we're having to update in alignment with this new reality that isn't quite formed yet, right? But this is what Mercury and its square to Uranus can do, is help us to see the things that we need to decondition from, thoughts, perceptions, values that we need to decondition from, so that we are really preparing to build the future that is in alignment with the updated values and needs as well. So what I find interesting is that, as we know, Mercury will continue to move, and then it will conjunct Uranus and create a new cycle on April 18th of 2022. And if you don't already know, a conjunction means that it is a seed point for those two planetary energies, and therefore the two planetary functions within our own psyche. And so that conjunction that happens on April 18th is starting a new cycle in regards to perceptions, communications, all things Mercury, in alignment with our newfound values and updated values and awakenings to our newfound values and perceptions and insights, right? But on that same day, Saturn in Aquarius will be square the nodes of the moon. And this is going to be at 22, 23 degrees of Aquarius and Taurus and Scorpio. And so there will be this pressure towards really, because whenever there's a square, this means a felt pressure. And yet that pressure can also be momentum if utilized to actually build the new reality and actually to see what work we need to do to build this new reality that is in alignment with our new values and new perceptions, new communications that we might have had as well. So as we experience this Mercury in a last quarter square to Uranus, we can be having these unexpected perceptions, insights, thoughts, communications, where we're recognizing where we need to decondition in the way in which we've been looking at our reality, in the way in which we've been maybe even looking at our own sense of self-value or value of others, right? And how we need to decondition so that we can prepare for the future that is in alignment with our new and updated values and sense of self-value. So I hope this is helpful. If you have any insights, thoughts, questions, I would love to hear. Please do leave them in the comments. If you find this video helpful, I would love it if you share. And if you find this helpful and you haven't already, you're certainly welcome to subscribe to my channel, and you can click the notification bell to be notified when I post new videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.